2010 is just about over. 2011 is at the turn of the corner. It's just about here. I refuse to learn to live at the well. Because this woman had done what she had always done. This woman was used to carrying the pail of water. She was used to, can I say that this, Bishop? She was used to living outside of her season. She was used to living somebody else's life. She was used to doing somebody else's work. She was used to catching somebody else's water. She was used to explaining somebody else's problems. She was used to talking of somebody else's mistakes. But God is raising somebody that says, I don't want to deal with nobody else's stuff. God, I want you to deal with my mess. It's my mess you want. You don't want nobody else's mess. It's my mess. How many can tell God this morning, I got a mess you can deal with. I got some stuff nobody knows about. I got some things I've done that I can't tell nobody. I've been showing up to church. I've been having church all my life. It hasn't done anything for me because I avoid my stuff. I avoid who I am. So Jesus tell this woman, you've got to worship me in spirit and in truth. Hear me. The Lord is saying to you this morning, this afternoon, we must change from what we've always done. We must change from what we have always thought we have done. Do you hear what I'm saying to you? It doesn't work that way. It doesn't work that way. This woman caught up to herself. She had access before Jesus ever died on the cross. She said, I'm not going to wait for you to die on the cross for me. She said, my situation is too serious. I've been walking to this well far too long. I've been walking and working far too long. I've been going through so much hell far too long. This thing is too serious. I want to access the glory of God. I want to break into. Do you hear what I'm saying to you? He's the same yesterday, today, and forever. Because of that, when he shows up to speak to me, he's got yesterday, today, and tomorrow right there. Some of you need to understand that. What does that tell me? When he shows up with yesterday, today, tomorrow right there, that means he's not just there to deal with my yesterday and my today, but he's there to give me my tomorrow. How many can bear with what I'm saying? Whenever he shows up to deal with your entire you. This is why Jesus dealt with this woman. This is why Jesus dealt with this woman and says, you know what? You worship what you do not understand. Because Jesus understood. He says, I know you have a past. I know you have a present. He said, but let me tell you your future. He says, let me tell you where you're headed. Things I have not seen, ear has not heard, neither has it entered into the heart of man. The things that God has prepared for those that love him. Stand to your feet this afternoon. Come on and let's tell God this morning. Let's tell God this afternoon. I've got some issues this morning, God. I didn't come to waste my time. I didn't come just to shout, Lord. I came to make a connection with you. I've been searching 5 years, 2 years, 20 years. I've been searching, haven't found the connection. I've been to convocation and I come back. I've been everywhere else and I yet not have one. But today, God, I came to find a connection. I refuse to leave. I refuse to give up. I refuse to stay here. I will make a